Hey you guys, welcome to another episode of Branding While Black. I'm your host, Shanae Washington, and my mission is to educate, empower, and economically develop my people. So today we are going to be tapping into the hair and beauty industry. My guest today owns an online hair and beauty store, and she is phenomenal at what she does. And if you could catch her on Instagram, on Facebook, or whatever, she's really like doing the damn thing. So I have the CEO and founder of Exclusive Beauty Hair Store, and she's based out of Columbia, South Carolina. Her name is Talana Ojeden, and we are going to be talking about some gems and some topics around Black women and their hair. And y'all know we serious about our hair. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the interview. Let's go. All right, you guys, today we have an amazing topic today with an amazing business owner in an amazing industry that y'all know about, but y'all be acting funny sometimes. So I am so happy to have Talana Ojeden with me, and she is the owner of Exclusive Beauty Hair Store. Excuse me if I said it wrong, Miss Ojeden. But welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. And she's based in Columbia, South Carolina. And I can't wait to get into all of this tea. So thank you so much for being here. And I'm just gonna jump right in, because I know that you said that you are very passionate about making shopping at Black-owned businesses like the norm in the Black community. So we're going to get into the beauty industry and the beauty stores and all of that stuff. But first, why are you passionate about making shopping at our businesses like the normal thing to do?
We spend so much money, there's nothing wrong with that, but we spend so much money in our households on, like, you can get a shirt from a Black-owned business, you can get shoes, you can pretty much get everything. The only thing that I have not found that's Black-owned is a grocery store. And I've been putting that out into the universe that somebody's going to pick it up and start that. But we spend so much money. Why can't we spend it amongst each other? So then, if we do this 5 to 6 years, everybody could be a millionaire.
And I said that too, especially about the grocery store, because I don't believe that there's like not any in the country, but I do wish that there would be one that would like break off into like a franchise so that we can have them everywhere,
Or even if they don't break off, do like a delivery service, where you can ship. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Do the overnight shipping. Like, I've bought, perishable goods from somebody and they ship stuff to me overnight.
That's a good idea. Look, all of y'all listening, somebody please pick up this idea, please.
Right.
That's a good idea. I thought of that.
I know the actor, what's his name, Wendell, I forget what his last name. I know he opened up a grocery store, and if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it in Atlanta? It's either Atlanta or Texas.
I see. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't even know. See, I be reading stuff and researching stuff and looking up stuff, so I try to stay on top of what's going on in our community. So, I read something yesterday. I was on Facebook and somebody said, this is why I don't like shopping with Black people. They never communicate. This is why I'm never again buying from somebody Black. Okay. And, I really wanted to go in and say, but you don't say this when you go to Walmart, Target, Macy's, or Amazon. They lose your package. They don't give you a refund. But as soon as this person, you got to realize, as a small Black business, they're doing everything.
Yes, all of the hats.
They're doing everything. They're packing. They're fulfilling orders. They're ordering.
Yes.
They're dropping your package off. They're doing everything. But I've learned that, everybody say all skin folks ain't kin folks. Sometimes you can't give people that energy. So I really wanted to go in, but I didn't. I just kept scrolling.
I like to educate and bring light.
How I was feeling at the time, I wouldn't have been educational. But another queen actually came on and made a post and said, you got to realize that these Black businesses, we don't have the money that Amazon and Walmart and Target has.
Yeah.
That one order makes a difference, where Walmart, Target, Macy's, they could care less if you come and buy, because they still going to make their money regardless.
Exactly. So, okay, so you actually brought up a good point that's going to lead me into my next question. The beauty industry is, from what I hear, is extremely hard to break into because them Asians got it on lock.
Yes,
they got it on lock, and then like we ain't even talking about the Walmarts, the CVS, the Walgreens, and all of those of the world that also carry some of our products in on their shelves as well. So, but for now, let's just talk about how did you even decide to break into the beauty industry in South Carolina? Like just to tell me about that whole journey.
This actually is a 15 plus dream that I've had, but I just spent my time raising my kids, because I was a single parent at the time. And so I just kind of put it on the back burner up until I ended up getting sick with COVID. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be home. Let me put this stuff in place. So I started researching vendors, got some vendors. Sometimes you have to check them out because they'll do a switcheroo on you. But I ordered some products for these vendors, and picked and choose who was actually the same things that they were showing me was the same things I was receiving. Right. Because what people don't understand is these vendors will show you a picture of something, but what you receive is something totally different. So when I first started, I had a vendor that was doing eyeshadow and lipstick and all that kind of stuff. And come to find out, some of these vendors, I feel like if you're making this stuff, I'm not going to pay the price just because I'm in America, where I can just go to Walmart and buy the same thing. Some of them, they feel like since you're in America, you make all this money, so I'm going to charge you the same price. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, 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 no. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. So I do have vendors. In the new year, I'm going to be coming out with my own makeup line. And that's all I'm going to be saying on that. I had a name, but somebody actually sees, you know what? Sometimes you got to move in silence and not let people hear your ideas.
Yes.
Because sometimes people will take stuff that you say and do it or change it into something else. And I actually said at one point what I was going to name it, and someone came behind me and took that and ran with it.
Was it somebody you knew?
Somebody who we interact on IG, but it's all good. There's no hating. I mean, this is a cutthroat business. I understand that, but from now on, I'm just going to be moving in silence until I'm ready to announce it the day of. But I am finna get into, like, right now I have my own braiding hair and I have my own bundle.
Okay.
In my store, I have bundle deals I have 14 different types of weave or bundles, or, whichever one you want to refer it to. And I have bundle deals where you get three bundles and an enclosure, whether you get a 5x5 silk or a 5x5 lace transparent, that's automatically. And, when I first started doing that, no one wasn't doing that. Everybody was selling the bundles separately. They were selling the enclosures separately. Now that I started advertising that, other people started doing that, which is fine. But I'm getting my products directly from the manufacturer. I'm getting it straight from, they make it. The warehouse in China, they make it. So it's pure virgin. You can dye, you can put heat, you can pretty much treat it like your hair.
Right.
But people aren't interested because they still want to go to the Asian hair store where they're paying 3 times, 4 times, sometimes 6 times the amount of what I'm selling it for.
What marketing efforts or what kind of like word of mouth efforts did you take to I say it's like educating and in marketing. Like you kind of have to do both. And
Well,
so I'm sorry, go ahead.
well, what I actually do is, when I go to a store or a gas station or anything like that, I always pass out my cards to everybody. And, I always try to educate people about, what you're paying, why you need to take care of your hair, how to take care of your hair. But I guess people think because I have locks that I don't know, what I'm talking about. I have had every hairstyle that you can possibly ever have. I done shaved all my hair off and grew it all back. So diet, drinking water and taking vitamins is really important when you're trying to take care of your hair.
Right.
And you're right. The Asians do have the hair industry on lock.
So, what about the buy-in from, let's say, the local natural hairstylist or the black hairstylist in your community? Like, are you able to really like connect with them and like
Let
get
me,
get the
I,
business from them?
how I'm going to address that is I have reached out to everyone. I've offered to give people samples, to meet them, to let them see. And one thing you got to understand is you can't make people you can't make people buy. People spend their money on what they want to spend their money on.
True.
I stand behind my products. I stand behind my prices. Um, I sell them at a decent price. I'm not trying to beat people out of their money. So it's either you buy or you don't. But I've had people who, went somewhere else and then came back because they saw my prices were way more affordable. But I've also had people, who they slide in your DM, they send you comments, the little slick comments. But I try to use that to motivate me and to keep going and not to let, anybody stand in the way of my dream, because eventually within the next year or two, I am going to open up a brick and mortar. So
Nice. So although you're based out of South Carolina, so you ship everywhere though, right?
well, since they changed the laws, shipping overseas, because I was shipping overseas, they have the VAT laws.
Mm-hmm.
They changed them to where now I have to consult with a tax professional, or I have to contact them to get my taxes set up, because I don't want my customers overseas, to have to pay like double and triple and quadruple because of those VAT laws. So for right now, I deliver everywhere in the United States and Canada
Okay.
for right now until I get that, because I don't want to get anybody in trouble or have to pay double and triple and quadruple on any products that they get with me. But once I do get all that straight, then yes, I do want to go international.
Let's go on ahead and tackle the topic of your affordable rates that when and it's really a funny kind of conversation, because often in small black businesses they often can't afford to lower the rates to make a profit. Like they do it to where they're not trying to like overprice themselves. It's a balance. But as soon as a black owned business actually does have affordable rates, that's not as expensive as the the Asians of the world, they say that it's not a good quality, or it must be cheap, or like. So let's dive into that. So so what do you say to that?
I say just because somebody has an affordable price does not mean that they're cheap. Maybe they found a vendor who sells them at a good whole price to where they can offer it to their customers at a reasonable price. Um, I know I'm no knock to anybody who, having a business is about making a profit, because then you won't have a business.
Right.
But all my prices, I only get about 15 to 20% of return on any of my products. not because, I want to be cheap, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like I have to beat people out of their money either. I've had people, I have the detangling brush, that detangling brush is like 14, 16, all the way up to $20.
Right.
I sell it for $8. You want to know why? Because I have a vendor that makes it, and I'm able to do that.
Right.
I'm able to do that. But I had someone slide on my DMs and say, "Oh, that must be fake." No, sis. I went to a pop-up and sold out of every last one of them because people are like, "Oh yeah, this is the real one." I'm like, "Yeah."
You see, and is that right there? They're like, oh, like when they finally get it, they're like, oh,
Right.
is this real? Oh, okay, all right.
And
And
I had,
go
and it's
ahead.
crazy. It's extremely crazy. I had somebody who was like, "Oh, I had this brush," and I was like, "I bet you paid 2-3 times the amount than what I'm charging." And she was like, "You're right." I didn't take it that she was trying to speak negatively, but I'm just letting you know. Why did you go out here and spend your money with somebody else who just beat you out of your money than when you can go and get $8? I mean, really?
Right.
This brush is a game changer when it comes to natural hair. And I have reached out to natural hair people, to try to, have them be a brand ambassador or anything like that. But, I think I have people who they're watching, they're trying to see where I'm going, they're trying to see if I'm gonna stick around. But
and that's the thing too. It's like a lot of the times with our people, like they don't want to help you by supporting your business. They want to wait and see, oh,
where you're going.
right, like are they gonna make it? But they don't understand that, well, you need to support me so I can make
it.
So
Right.
it's really crazy. And talking from the other side of it, because I have clients that combat that as well, like but on the other side, saying that their products are too expensive, saying that I could go to Walmart and get it for like $5 less or whatever. I'm like, well, boo, Walmart is ordering thousands of units like at one time, so they can do that. So I'm just like, if you're gonna support a Black-owned business, then support the Black-owned business. It's okay if you can't afford it that day, but don't go on and bash the Black-owned business saying, oh well, they always high, and it's probably not even good, good quality and stuff. You just said you can't afford it that day, sis. It's okay. It's
Right.
okay. Come back when you got some money. It's all right.
But the whole thing is, like, when I say I support Black owned, I support Black owned. The mask I have on, I bought it from a Black business. You know what I'm saying? Most of everything that I wear, I buy it from a Black business. Even, my jewelry and stuff.
Right.
I rather not talk about it. I rather be about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I try to show people that, hey, yeah, I do support. And I'm sure before this interview, you went through my website and you was looking like to see all of my prices is reasonable.
Yep.
And I've had people tell me, oh, well, maybe you need to raise your price. Why? As long as I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing, that's all that should matter. I'm not trying. I mean, it's a pandemic going on. I'm blessed because I'm a nurse and I still can work.
Right.
So that's how I'm able to have my prices at an affordable rate because I have a job.
Right. And first of all, and then like I want to say thank you, because I mean, people in the medical field right now, I mean, y'all are the real lifesavers. Like, I mean, not that y'all wasn't before, but even more so now, because y'all putting everything on the line, just showing up to work,
Yep. And as you see, we still stay covered. I make sure I wash my hands, and I make sure I try to not only protect my patients, but I also try to protect my family.
Right.
So, it's a fine line, I guess you could say, that I walk with trying to make sure that I keep everybody safe, because, I would feel so guilty if somebody got sick just because I exposed them to something.
Right. And not only that, your own family,
Right.
as well, because when you come home, you don't know what you've been around all day.
And I try to, not only keep my family safe, but I try to also keep, my patients safe. I don't be going out. I don't be touching things, and I'm always washing my hands. So, it's a fine line that I have to walk.
Well, definitely thank you for all that you do, though. Some business owners that actually move units, some of them have played with the idea of like selling on like a third party, like Amazon, since it's so popular. Have you considered doing that?
The
And like,
reason
what are your thoughts on that?
I would do certain things on Amazon, what people don't understand is Amazon have a price cap. So say you have a $200 product, you know what I'm saying? Amazon will make you put a cap on that. So if you're selling on Amazon, to me, now this is my personal opinion, you would have to sell something that's of cheaper value. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? For me, I would put something that's, $20 or less because of this cap. I have thought about doing Amazon, but then why would I put my products on there if I'm preaching for us, support us?
Right.
That just seems a little hypocritical to me. No knocks to anybody who does, but I mean, if you're sitting here saying, okay, let's support Black owned businesses, then we need to support Black owned businesses. Like I've been on We Buy Black, which is, Black owned.
Right.
I've
Which
been
is
on
how I found you.
and then I've been on the official Black Wall Street, which is Black owned. So I have done, advertising on Black platforms, and there's several others that I'm on. But like I said, us, our people, they like to sit back and watch and see. And then after you're as well established, oh, I've been supporting you from the beginning.
Right. Like, really, boo? Let me go ahead and check these receipts because I don't remember.
So, but you know what? I don't. I'm really trying to stay positive. You know what I'm saying, and keep pushing forward. Like every day, like in a week, I'm reaching out to 3, 4, 500 hair braiders, salons. Introducing myself, letting them know who I am, what I offer. Because, I started on another platform, and actually I still have that website. But the reason why I started Exclusive Beauty Hair Store, is because I don't have anybody cutting into my profit. I don't have a second party holding all my stuff and then drop shipping it to you. Everything that's on exclusivebeautyhair.com, I actually own. It's actually at my house. And when you order, I send it directly to you.
Right.
I try to be really good with the shipping because as a Black community, we need to discuss the shipping and how you handle communication with your customer.
Look,
Look,
I have ordered many things, and it didn't came. I didn't forgot I ordered it. It's been so long ago.
Yes. And you know what?
It.
Everybody who has ordered from me can tell you the same day they ordered, unless it's on the weekend and unless it's after 7:00, I send your stuff that same day. And then I immediately send you a tracking number so you can track it, so you can see, well, yeah, she got my order and she shipped it. So if it's late, it's not on me. You know what I'm saying? It's the mailing system. So exactly. I try to be on top of that because I've ordered stuff October, November, and I still haven't gotten it.
And it's funny because some people want to blame it on the pandemic, and I'm like, no, it ain't. And maybe in the beginning, but it then kind of leveled out some. I'm sorry if Amazon could get me my stuff, and give me a tracking number and whatnot. Like, come on now. But I will say this, like, our people, our small Black business owners, we do need to learn how to over communicate, even if
Yes.
you feel like it's not necessary. Like, you may have it on your website, on the checkout page, on the promotion that it ain't gonna ship till after Christmas. You may have it on there several times, but them people still going to be expecting it before Christmas. That's why it's so important to over communicate, even when you think that it's not even necessary, because everybody doesn't read and they have to see it more than once, sometimes. And that's why some of us get such a bad rep for, customer service that's plaguing all of the small Black businesses and stuff. Because, people saying that we don't know how to run a business, they categorizing all of us, all into one category and stuff.
But on that note, we also need to talk about how these Black customers talk crazy.
Yes.
And I always be like, do they go to Walmart and talk to people like this? Or is it just because, I'm the same shade as you are?
Right. True, 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 true. And they a lot of the times, and I don't know why we do this. Like, they'll like they don't keep that same energy.
Yes.
Like when they go into these different places, like, for example, like even staying with the hair care, like with the beauty stores and stuff, they will go in these Asian places. And one of my previous guests said that they serve us behind a bulletproof glass, and
Yes.
they talk crazy to us and stuff, and they follow us around the stores and stuff. But you will go in there faithfully every month or whatever to go buy your hair care products. And for what? Like, why don't we keep that same energy, and you'll just take it? You'll take the abuse, and you'll buy what you gotta buy, and then you just leave. But let our Black owned businesses make one little mistake, like we're not human, and and we're
They
all
make
imperfect, like,
they make look, they make
mistake,
look,
go
they make
blasting you on
posts.
social media.
They'll make posts, they'll give you bad reviews, they'll do all kinds of things.
Okay.
And even though I support Black businesses and I do own them, I give small businesses or up and coming businesses a leeway.
Right.
Like, if I ordered it today and by Friday, I haven't heard anything. Well, say it's Monday and by Friday I haven't heard anything, I'm gonna reach out to you and be like, hey, I ordered X, Y, and Z. Can you let me know the status of it?
Right.
I'm understanding, because me, myself, I own a business too. But what you're not going to do is treat, customers who look like you differently than you want to be treated when you go into these Walmarts and Targets and the malls and these hair stores. You know what I'm saying? Speak with your chest like you do to me when you go to them places, when they follow you around, when they throw things at you. You know what I'm saying? And then I give away free gifts and I still don't get no props. Do you hear me? No props.
And that's the thing too, like they, and then when they get amazing service, they want to keep it to themselves,
Yes,
they don't tell anybody,
won't make a video. And I'm like, even when I order from somebody, like, if you go through my IG, which is Exclusive Beauty Hair Store on Facebook and IG,
it's on the screen, y'all.
You will see, I don't only post my stuff. I post stuff that I order from other people, because you know what, especially if it's something amazing, I'm going to go to my platforms and tell the world, you know what, you need to buy this because it's amazing, got here quick, whatever it was. I'm a firm believer that we as business owners, if we support each other, we can actually make this so much bigger and better than what it is right now.
Absolutely. It can literally be a national global network
Do you know how
Seriously.
many of us? I'm not talking about just in the United States, but I'm talking overseas. If we use this network where we start buying from each other, do you know what kind of movement that would make? Do you know how serious people will actually take us? Because little do people realize they respect money.
Right.
Money is power.
And black people have, we have a lot of money within our community to.
Just just in the beauty industry, we're $72 billion.
Now, what do you think all that coming from?
Black women.
Exactly. Exactly. I just made a YouTube video, also, on the other side of it, for our black business owners, how can we start to, to move the needle, because we all know, that we got that stigma over us involuntarily, saying that, we don't have good customer service, or whatever the case is. So how do we change the conversation from, okay, this is how it is, to this is how we can make it better? Like, how can we move towards that way as business owners? Do
I think as business owners, we have to be mindful of what we post, how we talk to people, every single interaction. Because even, we're talking to each other over IG. But if I go to a grocery store or a gas station, everything I do and say, they're going to socialize, they're going to put that on my brand. So you need to be mindful of every interaction that you have with people. And then, communicate.
Yes.
Everything that I have on my website, I have in stock. When I run out of something, I take it off of my website, because you know what? No offense to anybody who does pre-order, but I'm not pre-ordering anything.
Right.
If I want something, I want it then. I don't want to wait to get it.
Right.
So that's what drives me to make sure that every time I interact with somebody, even if I'm upset, even if they done got on my nerves,
Right. And
I might put the phone on mute and yell and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Or be cussing as I'm typing, but any interaction that you have with me, I'm gonna be 100% positive, because the first time you're not is when this is the age of electronics. People love to screenshot, people love to record. So I try to be mindful of every interaction that I have with customers. Even when I have Messenger and I posted my hours on IG, Facebook, and on my website, and people text afterwards, I still help them. But then I also, gently remind them, I appreciate you, but my hours are from X, Y, and Z.
right.
Because you know what? Even though I have this business, I also have a life.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. But but also to add to that, what I wish some of our businesses would understand is that sometimes you have to pick and choose your battles, and
Yes.
you don't
Yes.
always have to be right.
Right.
Sometimes it's okay to take that loss, because that loss that you're gonna take with that one customer, just go on ahead and just fix it. Just make them happy, and just fix it, and just let them go on about their business. And it won't cause so much more damage in the
Yeah.
long run, by having irate customer that's gonna get on social and blast you, like, all because even though you were probably right, your policies were clear and you were probably right, but sometimes, do you want to be right, or do you want to have to deal with this headache for the next 2 or 3 weeks defending yourself? And
Exactly.
you're defending yourself and your business on social media and stuff. And I wish that the ego would just, kind of go, just kind of take a back seat sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying don't stand up for yourself, but you got to pick and choose which battles are worth it, you know? So I do wish that some of our people would start to adapt that, hey, you know what? all right, I didn't, okay, fine. Like, I apologize, give them what they want, and and even offer them maybe a little discount for the next time they come back, to try to make it right or something like that. Something that's so simple and quick and easy, and you probably won't even hear from these people no more. You know,
Yeah, but in this day and time, there's a lot of scammers too.
there is, but
There,
that's why I say
there's a
pick your
but
battles.
with with me, with me, I've only had one situation where I had an issue, and like immediately, I actually spent my own money and rebought their order and sent it to them. So, you know, yeah, was I skeptical? Might have been, but the best thing to do is, this was my business, this was my brand. I wanted this outcome to be positive. And you know what? The customer was happy and I was happy.
Right.
And
Amen.
that's all that really matters, is keeping your customers happy.
Absolutely. So before you brought up that you had went to like a pop-up shop and you sold out. And especially now during the pandemic, pop-up shops are really
They're
like the
they're
thing.
not actually going, but that those two opportunities, we it wasn't a lot of people. We still wore masks and we were 6 feet apart. But I wanted people to see that, hey, yes, I do have these products. I wanted to build confidence in my business pretty much, and my brand. So that's why, even during this pandemic, I actually did 2 pop-up shops,
Okay.
and I did extremely well. But you know what? Sometimes, especially when you start in a brand new business, you got to let people see who you are behind the brand. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
what you are about.
Yes.
So that's why I actually did those 2 pop-ups, to let people know, hey, I'm here. This is me. This is what I have to offer. Check me out.
Yeah, absolutely. So, oh man, the time went around fast, girl. Um,
We
okay,
having a good discussion.
I know. So look, let me ask you this. So, what advice would you give other Black entrepreneurs that want to have like a beauty store or a beauty line, or to just break into the beauty supply industry? What advice would you give them to get to just get started?
Research. Always research. Um, with me, don't just set, in my opinion, just don't settle on one vendor. I actually have 20, and then I have like another 30 that I also vetted. So I don't ever want to be dependent on just one vendor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I made sure I checked out and vetted all these people. Like, I have things that I haven't even put on my website yet.
Okay.
But you understand what I'm saying? I have things I haven't put
Definitely.
on my website yet, because I don't want to keep buying things and no one is buying it.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So also, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you have to start your business with money, because there's plenty of businesses you can do without money, but also be mindful of where your money goes.
Right.
So those are the 2 things I would tell you: is make sure you do your research. Find out what the laws is in your state. Because what I might have to do in South Carolina, you might not have to do in Florida, you might not have to do in California, but always be compliant with your state laws, because there's some people you don't want to mess with, and they are the I, the R, and the S.
Amen. No, we look. I don't care how big and bad you are. You do not want that smoke with them at
No, because they
all.
are ruthless.
They
Ruthless.
are. Yeah, look, I know they got people in jail. They literally have people in
Yeah.
jail behind fooling with them. So yes,
Yeah.
please.
Learn your tax laws.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, we're gonna have to have a part two to this conversation because there's so many
Okay.
different areas that we could tap into when we're talking about, Black America in the beauty industry. So I don't know, maybe we could do like a panel next time or something. But first of all, can you please tell everyone how they can connect with you? I know you dropped that IG handle before. Can you drop it again?
Of course, my IG and my Facebook handle is Exclusive Beauty Hair Store, spelled with a XC. It's the same on IG and also Facebook. I also have a Snapchat that you can contact me on, which is Exclusive Beauty Hair Store. Also, my website has messaging. If anyone ever has any questions about any of the products, I also have a phone number. That is a phone. You can text, you can message me, you can pretty much do anything. I have also did video chat for an older lady who was looking for a wig, and I video chat her. So I'm pretty much open to help my clients because you know what? Self-esteem is something. Yeah. And for me, long as my nails look good and my hair look good, I'm good.
All right, boo.
They don't look good, we have a problem.
All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for your time. And girl, we definitely gonna be talking later, but thank you so
much. Thank you for allowing me to come on your platform. I was so excited about coming on here and letting everyone know about Exclusive Beauty Hair Store. There's gonna be some big changes coming in 21, so keep your eye out.
Yes, please go follow her. Go follow
lots
her.
Of big things coming. Lots of big things that's coming for 21. Like I'm going to be offering a VIP card. I'm going to be rolling out a referral program to where if you refer somebody, you're going to be able to get points and earn free things. So there's a lot of stuff to look out for in 21 because I'm tired of being in the house. I'm tired of COVID. So we just going to reset for 2021.
All right. Well, thank you so much again.
No problem. And thank you for letting me be on your show. I appreciate you.
All right, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed our time together with Miss Talana and that you showed the ultimate amount of love by purchasing something from her website at www.exclusivebeautyhair.com, or you can find her on Instagram at Exclusive Beauty Hair Store, and she is really tapped in with her customers there. And if you guys want to tap in with me, you can text BWB to my phone number at 504-499-0857, or you can follow me on Instagram at Shanae J. Washington. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to whatever platform you're listening to us on, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. Make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any of these fire entrepreneurs that I have coming up in these next few weeks. All right, till next time.